Welcome back, my Wonderbolt Nuggies. Today is going to be another review day, and it is for the book I was reading last, Best Served Cold by Joe Abercrombie. Now, the reason I just finished it today was because I found out of a readathon that is Harry Potter based, and I did that in like the second to last week of April. So I kind of took a break from this and then did that and then went back to this. So that is why this has been done today. So in this video, we are going to review this. And I'm going to forewarn you, there are spoilers. So if you don't like spoilers, please don't watch, because most of my videos are spoiler filled. So, this book is a sequel to the First Law trilogy. I know at the beginning of this book I was having like a ton of questions about that. But this is a sequel. So it takes place after the events of the First Law trilogy. And the main character is Monza. Monza is a mercenary who works for Grand Duke Orso, who is kind of mentioned in the last book, but not like 100%. Basically what happens is Grand Duke Orso has had Monza and her brother Benna serve him for the past 8 years. And now that is loyal for like a mercenary. But they've served him for the past 8 years, and then suddenly he kills Benna and attempts to kill her. I say attempts because he does end up trying to, but there is somebody in this book who does not want her to die and in fact wants her to live. So we follow that storyline, and then we meet Shivers, who was mentioned in the last trilogy. He's come to Styria, which is the country they're living in, by the way. He comes to Styria to kind of reclaim himself. After his kind of coldness towards the Bloody Nine in the last book, he comes to Styria hoping to start a new life. Unfortunately, starting a new life is a lot harder than he expects. And that's when Monza and Shivers kind of meet up. And she offers him money to help her get revenge against her brother. And we followed that process of her killing all of the 7 people that were in the room when her brother died. I have to say, Monza is very focused and very one-minded. We also get to see more of Nekomo Casca, who was a big player in the last trilogy. And that, oh man, I liked Casca in the last book, but I like him even more in this book. Because he's funny, he's charming, he's very easy to read about, very, very fun to read about. So the whole team we have this whole team that includes Shivers and Monza and Casca, and there's a guy named Friendly who is a convicted felon, in simpler terms, who thinks mathematically. Everything to him is numbers, which was actually very interesting to read from his perspective. Then we have Morveer, who is a poisoner, and his assistant Day, who is kind of the ditzy blonde that you don't really think would be a poisoner, but here it is. So because of that, it gets complicated. There's a lot. And then I think Joe Abercrombie was trying to add some like high impact explosions in his book, because he brought up what they call Gurkish sugar, but if you like read the description of it, it kind of sounds like gunpowder. So I'm going to assume that Gurkish sugar equals gunpowder. She does successfully kill Orso, and then takes his place as Grand Duchess. which I did not see coming because she was so focused on getting revenge for her brother that I never really thought, and I don't think she did either, I never really thought that she would become a Grand Duchess. So it was really good. I really enjoyed it. There were some definite twists and turns along the way. There was a lot of violence and a lot of bloodshed, but I kind of now expect that from Joe Abercrombie's books. I'm not saying it's bad to like read about violence, but there was a lot, but I'm expecting it. I was not expecting the vivid sex scenes that were in this book. Please don't demonetize me. I promise I will keep it as PG rated as possible, but there were times in the book where I would be around people and I felt like I could feel my glasses fogging up because of the steaminess of the scenes. At the end of the book, we do find out that Manza ends up pregnant. We don't know, however, whose child it actually is, because she slept with Shivers and then she slept with Rogant, who was a guy who wanted to become king. So we don't actually know whose child it is. I'm hoping it's Shivers. They were like the OTP of the series, or of the book, I should say. I wanted them to get together, but some things kind of led to them not really getting along. I should say they didn't get along at all, because it was very... it was very good. It was a very good book. So upcoming, I am now reading Joe Abercrombie's next book, The Heroes, which, from what I've read of the back, this book takes place along the same time as this is going on. This took place in Styria, this is taking place in the North, and it is about the battle between the North and the Union. We kind of talked, the Union was a big center play in the first Law trilogy, so I'm really hoping to get this done, because I am doing my first ever 24-hour readathon. I finally got some good editing stuff, so I'm going to do a 24-hour readathon this month on the 15th of May, because that is, the next day is my birthday. So I will be posting a 24-hour readathon on my birthday. It will be on May 16th, so please watch out for it. I'm hoping to get this book done before then, but if not, this will be part of the list of book that I read for the 24-hour period. I'm really hoping that this book is just as good as all his other ones. I have very high expectations now for this book and for the rest of his books. I'm hoping that eventually, by like July, I will have gotten past Joe Abercrombie and moved on to another author. Hoping, praying, hoping to the gods. So that is pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed. I know this is like an 8-minute video. I'm trying to stretch it out to 10, but it's not really going like I want it to, because I am not, I'm not very good at talking. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you all have a rainbow-tastic day, and I will see you next time.